Okay, so Michelle, I'm 46 now. I was diagnosed in 2017, October. I have non-small cell lung cancer. When I was diagnosed at the time, I was a nursing student. I had some symptoms I was worried about. I was getting a lot of pain in my shoulder and in my chest. A bit of coughing, a bit of hard to breathe and stuff like that. But I just assumed because I was an asthmatic that there wasn't anything wrong. It wasn't until I started having really severe chest pain that I went to my GP, and he sent me straight to the hospital for tests. And within the same day, I was diagnosed with lung cancer. When they diagnosed me, I was stage 3B, so I was pretty far gone when they diagnosed me. I had a big tumour in my lung, and it had spread into my spine and started to eat away at the vertebrae in my spine. So the first thing they did was whack me on pretty heavy course of chemo. I did chemo for a good month, and at the same time I did radiation. The chemo and the radiation, it didn't do a lot at the time. Then I started to lose feeling in my legs. When the doctors decided then it was up to me if I wanted to take the chance and have the back surgery. So they cut me open pretty much from my neck right down to the bottom of my spine. They got as much of the tumour off my spine as I could. The operation was successful, and then I was probably another 3 or 4 months on a walking frame because I lost my ability to walk. So they asked, would I like to try, would I try the immunotherapy? So I said yes. I went on to immunotherapy and I had really good success with it. It made me cancer-free for 2 years. Just after 2.5 years, the immunotherapy stopped working and the cancer started to progress again. We started to work out what would be the next treatment for me. And that's when the doctor came up with clinical trial. The clinical trials team was working on a new drug that targets the KRAS G12C mutation through clinical trials. I'm starting on a new drug at the moment. And that seems to be keeping my cancer stable. I want to keep up to date with what the new treatments are, what the new drugs are coming through. They were fantastic. They explained everything. It's totally your choice whether you want to be on the trial. They'll explain everything from side effects that you could experience to give you information on how the drugs worked on other people in the past. So I felt pretty confident. You have more contact with your doctor than you usually would when you're on a clinical trial. The doctors and the nurses that work with you on clinical trials were so supportive. So there's nothing to be afraid of. A lot of the times I'll start you on a smaller dose and then see how things work. I'm all for finding out as much information as you can. Also, I'm big on early detection. I think that's a good one. Also, like I said, with letting people know that there are clinical trials around and that you can access that, new drugs to patients, ask your doctor. Don't be scared to ask your doctor about clinical trials. Yeah. So because they knew I was keen to go back on the trials, I'm really lucky that I've got compassionate access now through clinical trials to a drug that's only available in America at the moment, but I've actually got access to it in Australia. I'm on HealthMatch and I'm signed up to it. So, look up places like HealthMatch and clinical trials websites and see what's happening. And if you're there, go for it because it can make a massive difference to your life.